Hey, what's going on, everybody? Let me just adjust this so you can see this guy a little bit better. All right, so I am very, very excited to be doing an unboxing of the Four Horsemen's Figure Obscura Father Christmas, which I received yesterday and couldn't wait to get unboxed. But if if you were aware, yesterday I had to build this Extreme Sets dio because the Sci-Fi Sector 7 Extreme Sets dio that I typically use for open late um, wasn't quite appropriate. I guess is the best way to say it for Father Christmas. Um, this lovely castle dio from Extreme Sets, I think, is a much um, much better like setup and space to unbox Mythic Legion. So that was another part of the equation for why I really wanted to get this set built. But anyway, without any further ado, let's get this guy out of the box. What's going on, Mike Casper? Says hi from the Legion's Lair. What's going on, buddy? I'm gonna message you later, or probably tomorrow makes more sense. I'll message you tomorrow about maybe doing a video with you and Brad. But let's get this guy out of the box. I'm sure you've probably already seen unboxings. You've probably already seen reviews. But if you've watched any of my videos before, as you know, I'm sort of the opinion now that having the channel and when I sit down to unbox a figure, I figure why not do a video, because it's just that much more fun to do it with friends. Left Coast Graphics, what's going on, buddy? Toy Connections, yo, Adam, what's going on, Ken? Father Christmas, indeed, it's festive. We've got the lights up, we've got our decorations up, we've got our tinsel fox. Google tinsel fox if you want to know what that is, but basically it's a lit up fox with like a Christmas outfit on. So I'm feeling festive. I'm in the mood. I also want to know what is in Santa's goodie bag. I have done my very best to avoid the spoiler of what's in there. I probably won't open it on the video in unless there's a few people that are watching that sort of want to know what's in there, but there is sort of a secret surprise. Santa has brought a surprise um, with him in his sack, and we'll get there, and we'll see what how we feel when we get there. But I don't want to ruin the surprise for anybody else. So without further ado, the front of the box has this lovely art from Nate Barch with the beautiful snowy owl. Santa in his robes with his satchel, his great cane there with the candle in the little um, thing there. A lovely Christmas tree, all decorated and lit up on there. The Figure Obscura logo up at the top. We've got the bio for Santa, or for Father Christmas, if you will. Feel free to pause that and try to read it if you want. I'm not going to read it. It's quite long. Jeremy Gerard does a great job with those. You get some website stuff on the bottom here, and some the names of everybody that works at the studio and so on and so forth there, including soft goods prototyping CJ Jessam. It's tiny, you can't see it and probably can't read it. CJ Jessam, loving the soft goods from CJ. We get a lovely reindeer there on the side. Again, it says Four Horsemen up at the top, Figura Obscura at the bottom. Tons of glare. The website's down below there as well. Some legalese on the bottom. This is the least exciting part. And then we get a little window box. Oh, looking through the window, who's there? Oh, it's Father Christmas. Okay, now this packaging, this is my first Figura Obscura. Now, when I get, you know what? I just realized I'm pretty sure I'm getting my Red Krampus tomorrow. I should have held off and done this tomorrow. Okay, I may be back tomorrow opening Red Krampus. Fair warning. Shoot, I didn't even think of that. I was tracking that package and I didn't even think of that. But I was going to say, this is my first Figura Obscura, so this is my first experience with this lovely packaging. So this is magnetized. This is magnetized to the box. You can I don't know if you can hear that. Oh, so satisfying, isn't it? And it's magnetized all around the box, which is lovely. So this is a beautiful little display piece. So you could put this on your shelf and sort of display Santa. You know what? I'm gonna forgive the ring light. I'll see if it there. That's not too bad. Hey, if I turn it just so, there. Now we can get it. I don't have too much glare up the ring light. No, I do, don't I? Yeah, there. Anyway. Ken says, yeah, do a separate stream for Krampus. Well, I don't have the choice because I don't have Krampus. He'll probably show up tomorrow. And if he does, I'll give more warning. I will give much more forewarning so that people know that I'm going to do it and sort of at what time. Ken says, "Oh, the magnet. Oh, it really is great because the thing is, it'll pop right back on. Now, if I pop it back on, I'll have to pop it off and set that thing up all again. But I'm not going to do that. Great packaging. You can see all the stuff that's in here. Packed full of accessories and goodies. And I think Santa's bag is down at the bottom, down below his feet there. Really great packaging. I love the window box there. And again, we get more of the beautiful art from Nate Barch. So the cool thing about the art that Nate Barch does is he tends to do like way more art than they ever even use. So there's always like bits and pieces where things get cut out and left behind, and they're almost like little Easter eggs that he leaves. So Left Coast Graphics says, love collector friendly packaging. Absolutely. It just makes it so much easier, right? When you're unboxing, you're not cutting tape and cutting cardboard and tearing things out and all that kind of stuff. There is tape on this, so I will have to grab my knife to get that, but I don't mind a couple pieces of tape just to sort of keep it properly in the package. It's nice that it's very easy to get back in the package though. So Michael Casper says, you will love the surprises in Santa's bag. That's what I keep hearing, and I full disclosure, I have an idea of what they are because it's been very hard to completely avoid the spoilers. Shout out John and Tam, who ruined it in a group chat already, but I didn't open any of the pictures, so I kind of have an idea of what to expect without knowing sort of exactly what I'm looking at. So I'm gonna set the box off to the side here. We get another great little insert, and this is again, just a really fun way to sort of display the figure if you so choose. And I'll see if I can get this to stand up well enough over here. So there you go. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot for sort of display stuff too. Whether you want to do sort of this outdoor display from the card back, that's quite a bit sturdier. This is just sort of a card stock, but still a really great little display, depending on sort of how much space you have or where you want to put it or what have you. As they often include, joints on Mythic Legions figures can become tight after production. On and on and on. Just be mindful. These are great toys, but it sometimes takes a minute for them to warm up. He's been in my house for a couple days now. Silica gel. I always keep these just in case I repackage things and ship them back out. So they look almost brand new. If somebody ever gets it after me. Now, that being said, I don't think this one's ever going to get rehomed, but there he is, sort of still in the card outside of the package. As I always do, I'm going to start with the accessories because that's just how I've always done it, and until somebody convinces me to do it otherwise, I'm going to keep doing it the way that I've always done it. So start off with the little Christmas tree. Now, this to me is a fine addition. There's absolutely nothing wrong with this tree. However, to me, it is sort of the one accessory that I could have just gone to Michael's or Hobby Lobby or wherever, whatever sort of craft store you have, sort of sourced my own. So that's the one accessory that I wasn't like overly excited about. But nonetheless, I'm still quite happy that it's in there. I'm certainly not complaining. Now, I have heard that the trumpet is a little bit on the fragile side, so I will be taking my time with that. But let's, yeah. So there is a little bit of tape on the clam shell here. Carefully remove the secondary tray, and the secondary tray is full of lots of goodies as well. So we get the two sort of wreath crowns, we get his staff, we get Father Christmas's hood, we get his goodie bag, or I guess that's his satchel. His goodie bag, I guess, is this one. And this is the one that I will leave till the absolute very last, and we will I'll kind of pause everything, and if people want to know what's in here, I will reveal it. But that's the secret. That's what everybody's been trying not to spoil. Now it's out there. If you want to know what it is, it's out there. But so this is the base for the Christmas tree. And then there's also this little bit of well, stump, I guess. Now this will just go on here. Now I have seen that you have to trim this to get this to sit flush, so I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm just going to go ahead and attempt to, but not really attempt to. I'm going to just go about halfway anyway. I'm not even going to try to get all the way. So there you get your sort of base on your Christmas tree, or sorry, your trunk on your Christmas tree. That trunk is going to plug into the base. My light is clearly too bright. It's not often the problem. And there you go. You get a little Christmas tree to put all the various little presents and trinkets and such underneath, if you so desire. We're going to take the Christmas Santa sack out, set it to the side, get all these accessories out. I'm going to do this without much chatting because this is sort of the ASMR part, but also if I try to talk over it, it makes it worse because it just makes it longer. So, all right. This thing's really, really cool, but I'll get into that once I get everything out. The twist ties are great because it makes it really, really easy to get a figure in and out. It is just a little more time consuming than when you just have like a bubble, like a Marvel Legends figure or something like that, where you just kind of force it out. You do have to untie these and sort of fiddle with them a little bit. But like I said, long term, much easier, much more practical, much nicer to get a figure out. These accessories are fantastic. This little elf is great too. There's a little drum. How's that supposed to? So it's got like a hook on it, and a chain, and it's like bigger than the whole. Oh no, there we go. There we go. Okay, I got it up. The extra head, so the shorter beard on that head. Okay, now this is that came out really easily. I thought it was gonna be that was the one I was worried about. I've seen a lot of people have broken the trumpet while they've been unboxing their Father Christmas. But there's all the accessories. We'll take a look at these, and then I will take a look at Santa. I will just I'm just gonna quickly try to get him to stand up. See if I can get him to stand up. Now that I got him in hand, I just want to play with him and pose him. But I'll do the accessories first because that's how I like to do it. He's gonna stand up. This, what I will say, very first impressions, the robe is like very luxurious. It's very, very nice. And I knew it was going to be nice, but I didn't think it was going to be that nice. Now, he is a 2.0 Legion's body under that robe. And if you know what that means, you know that they are kind of notoriously hard to stand up. Let me change the angle a little bit here. Now that he's out of the box, we can get a little bit tighter angle, get a nicer shot on what we're actually looking at here. And that's a weird angle, but that'll do. That'll do. So first off, you know, we've got the I'm trying to get my lighting here so it's not too bad. First off, we've got, you know, his little satchel. So he's got the drumsticks. He's got his little teddy bear, the blue ball, what appears to be like a yo-yo or something like that. You know, a lion, candy cane. You know, a nutcracker. There's a book in here as well. There's you know, deco. You know, there's paint applications to the leather of the satchel as well, which is really, really impressive. I don't know if it's gonna translate very well, but absolutely stunning. Looks beautiful. A little bit of, you know, gold, a couple of gold hits on the buckle, on the little rivets that are on the strap, and on either side. That's a really, really nice piece. That's a really great piece. We get two of these. So these are, to the best of my knowledge, identical. And they do appear to be identical. These are wreath style crowns to go on Father Christmas's head. This is, of course, the extra head, which has a shorter beard than this guy, considerably shorter. Other than that, they more or less appear to be the same sculpt. Maybe not. They might be slightly different faces. It's hard to tell. That's probably a better question for somebody at the studio, but I don't know. They look pretty similar. They look pretty similar. What do you think? Are they the same? Is it the same head sculpt? They just reshaped the beard? I think it might be. I think that might just be, you know, either the light or sort of the paint apps on the two heads playing tricks on me a little bit. Either way, it looks absolutely fantastic. And this spare head, and I don't know which one I'm going to end up using. It's going to come down to more of which one fits better. But after I sort of get through the figure, I've got a use for the spare head. But I'll save that for the end. Then we get the cane, the staff. This is a really great piece. This is a really fun piece. I always love anything like this. Now I'm curious, and it is indeed two pieces. Feels like it does. No, it does come apart. So I'm guessing that we will see this staff again, and I'm actually really excited for this staff. I wonder if we've already seen this, and I'm just oblivious to the fact that this might be in the Poxus wave. This might be sort of a wizard staff already. If it is, I'm excited because that I should show that again actually. The end bit here is no longer just a straight peg, it's a mushroomed peg, which has always been sort of my complaint of previous Four Horsemen staffs, is that if things slide on really easily, but they pop off really easily. But this is nice and secure, it's nice and snug. You can even hear it when I pop it on and off. Mike says the heads, sorry about that. Mike says the heads are different sculpts. All right, well there you go. That's you would probably know better than I. I think you're probably in closer contact to a lot of the guys who I would ask that question of. Left Coast Graphics said beard is the best part. Coming from a man as bearded as you, I will take your word for it. You and Jay have two of the better beards that I've seen for sure. But that's really cool. And then we get, of course, this little piece as well. Really, really cool. Paint applications on this are fantastic. There's a little candle in there. And I wouldn't be surprised if before too long we saw somebody figure out how to get a LED in there and light that up from inside. Somebody braver and smarter than me will probably figure it out. But that just hangs on his little staff there. I don't know if I'm even going to be able to get that in the shot once I sort of set it all up. But anyway. Then, of course, his little drum. This is a fun accessory. I've heard a lot of people saying that they're going to do like a goblin war drum out of this, which would be pretty easy. And the nice thing about it is that it has a belt clip. So that'll clip very easily onto a belt or onto a strap or whatever. But yeah, nice little gold and sort of dark orange paint and paint throughout. That's the other thing about all this stuff is that it's fully painted. Like these come out as like, I don't know, yellow plastic or whatever, and then they get fully painted top to bottom, which is pretty crazy. It's a lot of paint apps, a lot that could go wrong, I guess is the thing. The little trumpet is pretty cool. It is very, very thin. It's very thin. I can see why, like, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that, but like it doesn't take much to bend it. So I can understand why people broke these straight out of the package. I feel bad for anybody that did because that's pretty cool. Then we get this little guy, this little elf. I guess he's meant to be, some sort of doll or something like that. The proportions are kind of fun. He's got like the short arms, short legs, oversized head. Not pop, not Funko Pop type of proportions, but still a bit odd, but it looks really, really good. And again, the paint apps on this are fantastic. Like I've yet to sort of see any sort of QC issue or anything like that. But I should also say I'm rarely looking for them. I'm not that guy. I'm not that I'm not that collector. Michael said, smaller beard head is your more classic Coke fat Santa, while the long beard head is your old-fashioned thin Santa. Yeah, I mean, I can see that. I definitely get the more sort of traditional look out of that, and I definitely get um, I get like a Magnus's dad out of this is what I get, which is what I'm really excited about. He may end up this may end up on a night body at some point. Um, because this head looks great. I just love the unhelmeted head. So somebody that comes helmeted may get this head um, before too long. I'm just gonna quickly adjust this one last time. Promise I won't adjust it again. I'm just trying to get the shot nice and tidy so that everything sort of looks as though it's where it should be. And then last but not least, as far as oh no, that's not true. There's more in the bag, isn't there? There's more. Okay, there's things in the bag that are known. Okay. So I will open the bag as well, but I won't show everything that's in it. So then we get his cloak. Now I should mention with all the soft goods, they are fully wired. So you are going to get like a nice shape to that. Once it's on his head, you can get that nice sort of draped look that that you really want, to make it look like it's heavy, right? To make it look like it's got weight to it, that it would be warm, and so on. And it's got this tiny little adorable clasp, which I know I'm going to struggle with when I try to put it on him. But I think it's one of those things where once you get them all set up, it's well worth the effort. Mike said you'll also love Red Krampus. Excited for you. I'm excited for that too. I've waited a long time for that. The first Krampus sort of came out last year, and I wasn't as well. I was still sort of on the fence with Mythic Legions. I wasn't all in yet. So I did pass on that one, and I'm kicking myself because that Black Krampus would be a really great balance against the red of Santa. The red Krampus is going to be fantastic anyway, but so we have this, and I believe there are 4 items in this bag, 2 of which I'm going to pull out and show you right now, and then 2 of them I'm going to leave. But I will, of course, open this, or attempt to open this, if I can figure out, is it just a knot? It is just a knot. Figure out how to open this in such a way that I can get the items out. So there's kind of a knot. It's tied in a knot, and I'm never going to be able to get that tied up again. But okay, so there are, trying to get the items out that are known, that have been sort of pictured, and then I will leave the other ones. Leave the other goodies in here, and we will see if we want to pull those out or not. But the goodies that have been pictured, the goodies that are known, the goodies that are sort of the goodies for Santa, and I will sort of explain what I mean by that in a moment, are of course a couple more little stuffies. We get an adorable little puppy dog stuffy, and a little ducky, just to add more fun, to add more gifts to Santa's sort of offerings to the kids. You got to think those are those are sort of the gifts that Father Christmas brings to the kids. Sort of that's the gifts. And then the way that sort of the Four Horsemen have described this, or I think it was them, is that these are sort of the gifts that Father Christmas has brought to Mythic Legions collectors. And that's the only hint that I'll give you. I'm gonna leave these to the side. It's I'll wait until after Christmas. I think after Christmas everybody will probably know. And if you want to know, like I said, It's out there. You can find it. It's on the Cabal. I think Dork Lair did a review, and he actually showed them. So I didn't watch his review. um, but yeah, there you have it. That's all the accessories. Now on to the main event. So this is, of course, Father Christmas. So this cloak, as I said, luxurious. It's sort of like a like a velvety type finish. The fur is really, really fun, really, really soft. He's got this great belt, and this is upside down, as I kind of expected. A few people have said that they sort of shipped upside down. I'm gonna fix that right away because it's gonna drive me crazy if I don't. And how do I pop this open? Now I'm gonna pop it open, and it's not gonna go back. It's not gonna shut again. I just know it. But while we have the belt off, I will take a look. So underneath his luxurious red robe, which is got a clasp as well underneath. Well, let's pop the head right off. We'll take a closer look. So there is a clasp right here, just a little clasp there. I'm not going to pop it open because I've seen people struggle to get it back together. But underneath, as I said, we have this this sort of purple robe. So that's full length. So that goes from the top to the bottom. It's sleeveless. It's got nice long slit on either side so that it's going to be very easy to pose this guy up. Underneath, we have almost a full chocolate brown 2.0 body. So the arms and the chest, the upper legs, the cloth piece that go there are all in that deep dark chocolate brown, and then the lower legs and the boots are a dark gray. They're almost sort of a gunmetal. I wouldn't say that they're black. They're dark gray. They're probably a black base with what I mean. The finishing is phenomenal on this. The brown is doesn't look to be painted, but the boots definitely do look like they have been painted. And yeah, it looks really, really nice. And as I said, it just feels really nice in hand too. Like the texture is great. Um, Really, really nice. And of course, we get that neck peg that is a 2.0 to 1.0 converter, so that you could effectively run that on any figure. You wouldn't have to use Santa specifically. Now, I think I'm gonna attempt this. I think this is the way to go. I haven't seen anybody do this because, like I said, I've been avoiding spoilers. So I think the easiest way to go is to fasten the clasp, put this over the neck, pop the head on, and then sort of, it's a lot of soft goods. Like it's a lot of bulk. One thing about Mythic Legions, and I've noticed this, and I mention this only because I don't want people to sort of bend the arm and snap it off. They ship the arms sort of with the elbow facing in, so you won't get any bend out of the elbow unless you rotate that. So that's usually when I unpackage figures. That's like the first thing that I do. Now, because he has this big giant cape on, I forgot to do that, but I'm doing it now and telling you why I'm doing it. It just always seems unnatural, the angle that they sort of ship them at. But anyway, and I want to get his arm so that I can get the cane in his hand. So that's why I'm doing that. Now, because this is wired, you just sort of work it into place, and oh yeah, like I said, like it looks heavy, it looks weighty, which is great. I like that. I'm gonna try to get this belt back on. We will say, hey, Trevor, I was watching you earlier. When you were on toying around with Kevin, and Kevin unboxed one of these, and I knew that I was unboxing mine tonight, and so I was kind of not paying too close attention, because I was trying not to ruin any of the surprises for myself. So, all right, so this belt I'm sure is not going to stay on because I've bunched up too much of the cloak underneath it. Come on. Just got to be good enough. That's good enough for me for now, for the sake of what I'm trying to do rather quickly here. Belt is tricky. Yeah. It's because you got so much stuff underneath there, right? Like that's what, it fits on good, and once you get it, like I think I've got it on, and it's on, and it feels snug, it feels secure, it doesn't feel like it's gonna pop off or anything like that. But this, I feel like these soft goods with the wire, you could spend hours, just getting all the soft goods to sort of sit exactly how you want it. And I'm not going to do that because I don't think anybody wants to sit here for hours watching me do that. What I will do, and I should have put this on when I had the head off, so I'm not going to bother doing that. But that's the other thing, is you got to be strategic about sort of how you put these things on, at least when you're trying to do it fast. If you're doing it at home, for yourself, it doesn't matter. And after I'm done this, I'm probably going to spend 2 hours playing with this guy. So, just posing them and putting different stuff on. Now, the pockets, I should mention, for anybody that isn't in the cabal and hasn't seen multiple reviews of this, the pockets do work. They are functioning pockets, which is really, really cool, because that means that we can tuck goodies into his pockets. We can put that one in there. We put the elf in this side, so you can carry all his stuff around. Let's get this drum. Let's have this. This will be his musical side. So the drum just clips on there. And then we'll get this in his hand. We'll try to get this in his hand. I will say I passed. Now, forgive me for saying this. I think a couple of you guys may find this offensive, in a certain sense. I passed on the Headless Horseman. I am much more of a Christmas person than I am a Halloween person. And as such, I felt that I didn't necessarily need the Headless Horseman for my own personal collection. Absolutely phenomenal figure. That horse looks amazing. The sort of concept looks amazing. But now, Trevor, you'll appreciate, when I explain it, I think you'll appreciate, I think you'll understand what I mean. What? Fair enough. Hear me out. In the same way that, there have been people in the cabal, Mythic Legions fans, kind of complaining about this figure not being Mythic Legions enough. I love that the Four Horsemen is doing the Figura Obscura line to give us things like Father Christmas. When Headless Horseman came out, I thought, that's cool, but it's not something that I need in my collection. When they announced that there was going to be another Figura Obscura, that it was going to be Christmas, or they didn't announce that it would be Christmas related, but they certainly hinted at it and it certainly was quite apparent that it was going to be a Christmas related character or figure. My mind immediately went to Santa, um, and my mind immediately sort of wanted to know, like, which version of Santa was it going to be? What was it going to be? You know, the Coca-Cola Hallmark greeting card version? Was it going to be, um, you know, a barbarian Santa? Was it going to be? Were we going to see 1.0 armor used again to do Santa? What was it going to be? I honestly didn't. I, it could have been any version of Santa, and I would have wanted it. I'm over the moon that this is the traditional Santa that it is. I really hope that we get another version of this at retail in like green robes and maybe blue, or green with red, or whatever, like whatever combination. I think that'll be the change, will be the soft goods. I've heard some people saying like maybe they'll do like a brown beard or something like that. To me, that wouldn't necessarily be a Father Christmas. I think they could change in the same way that Krampus is effectively the same Krampus but in a different color. I think if they did this figure in a different color again, I would buy it again. I would get another of them. This figure is fantastic, and I'm really really looking forward to just getting it posed and sort of playing around with it, and getting them set up next to Krampus, and having them, you know, snatching up kids or leaving presents, depending on whether they're naughty or nice, as this sort of folklore goes. Um, but yeah, this one was a must-have for me, and I'm very very happy that I did get it. Um, now, Trevor, you have it. Michael, you have this, I'm sure. I think the only person that that might have been paying attention was Ken. So as I said, I'm not going to reveal the contents of the extra goodies. I will leave that because I think it spoils something. I think it takes something away from anybody unboxing this for themselves. And so on that note, unless anybody has any other questions, comments, I mean, feel free to fire away if there's something you wanted a closer look at, or something like that. Left Coast Graphics said I can play with Jay's. Jay's is in the mail. I forgot to send him his tracking, but his is in the mail. I thought he might jump on here because he tends to be hovering right around when I do videos, but I could have messaged him and told him I was doing a video too, but he'll probably watch this in 10 minutes and message me in like an hour. But yeah, Jay's got one of these on the way, which is another reason that I didn't want to spoil this, is because I know that Jay will be happy. He and I have both been avoiding the spoilers of finding out just what is in Santa's bag. So anyway, on that note, I'm gonna sign off and get posing and get playing with Father Christmas here. And thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe. If you're up for more of these very amateur unboxing videos, or my other videos, hit that notification button as well, so that you don't miss all the goodness that is these highly articulated, highly unprofessional boxes. Ostradamus Toys, love this figure. Oh man, just missed it. Yeah, I'm just finishing up, man. Sorry about that. This was sort of a last minute thing. I meant to do it last night, and it didn't work out. And then tonight I had a little bit of time, so I was able to sneak it in. But like I said, if you like sort of commenting and participating, I love having company while I do this. Hit that notification button. Put a comment below. Reach out to me too. I'm Trev, don't worry. I'm gonna open the bag. I'm gonna open the bag. The bag is open, but I don't want to spoil it for people. There's I'm still of the opinion that there should be surprises at Christmas time. Um, to the extent that I actually I've sent a list, my wanted list to Mike at E Collectibles, and I said send me a few of these items, send me an invoice for whatever you're sending, and I want to open the box and be surprised. And so he's done that. So I'm gonna have toys under the Christmas tree this year that I won't know what they are. I did buy them for myself, but Mike was kind enough to do it sort of blind bag style. So I love surprise. It's Christmas time. There's got to be some magic. There's got to be some fun. There's got to be some excitement around, not knowing what you're getting for Christmas. Oscar Damas says it's cool. We just finished doing Toy Frenzy on Skelevator's channel. Oh man, you know what? You know what my biggest complaint about YouTube is that there's just too much good stuff. Um, like any given night, there's like two or three things that I want to watch, and so I have to pick and choose, and I tend to watch them all in replay while I'm at work because I sit at a desk and I have two monitors, so I tend to do it. Um, I tend to watch a lot of last night's stuff on replay the next day. Ostradamus Toy says I spoiled it on mine, but only because Four Horsemen showed it too. Yeah, but that's do what you do. I'm certainly not trying to yuck your yum. I mean, if you want to go all in, there's been a few reviews that have shown what's in the bag. There's been a few reviews that haven't. Um, I've been avoiding as much as I can. I've been avoiding the spoilers. I do know generally what's in the bag. I just don't know specifically. And so I still don't know. I still haven't opened it. So I'm going to wait until after the video to take a look. Or maybe I should just open it off camera and just give my honest reaction um, to what's in there without showing it. Maybe that's the happy medium. Ostradamus says, LOL, agreed. I try and plan out my week and have to pick and choose. Yeah, it's like I got to schedule, what I'm going to watch live and participate and comment. I try to comment too, right? Like that's the other thing is as somebody that does videos, I know how much easier and how much more fun it is when there is interaction and when there is people commenting. So I try to stop in and sort of comment and interact as much as I can with as many videos as I can, because it just creates more community and just more fun, both for the chat and the people presenting. Ostradamus, good for you, bro. Definitely record your reaction and post it after Chris. That's not a bad idea. That's not a bad idea. I could just do it. Like I could just record. I could just record my reaction. You know what? That would be such a short video and be so boring for people because by then they'd all have seen it anyway. Left Coast Graphics live stream community is great. Yeah, absolutely. And that's the thing is that like for so many of us, like Left Coast Graphics, I know that you're in Vancouver. Trevor, I know that you're in New York. Ken Poe is in Vancouver as well. Ostradamus, I don't know where you are located. Michael Casper was on earlier. He's in Ohio, I believe Akron or thereabouts. And it's just cool that we can all just kind of come together and hang out. And the thing with this video specifically, the open late videos, is that like I said, this is just when I typically open my toys anyway. So why not do it with friends? Ostradamus says Baltimore. Okay, so there you go, like one more location. And are you East Coast time zone? So you're like 12:30 at night. It's only 9:30 on the West Coast, not even late. Ostradamus YouTube shorts. That's a good idea. I have yet to do a YouTube short because I am tech technologically illiterate. I have to figure out how to do a YouTube short to do a YouTube short. But that might be the way to go. Um, I'll leave the contents of mystery. Um, yes, sir. Yeah, so 12:30, which I mean, when I was a younger man before I had kids, that would have been no problem at all. And I think, as my kids get older, it'll be easier. But I've got, three kids, 7, 3, and 7 months. So my sleep patterns are well, lacking, is probably the best, most apt description. My sleep patterns are lacking. I get sleep when I can and where I can. But by 12:30, you bet I'm in bed if I can be. I'm sometimes back out of bed with the 7-month-old. But anyways, on that note of bedtime, Ostradamus, it's 12:30. You should get some sleep. Left Coast Graphics, it's 9:30. You should, but you're old. You should be getting some sleep. Um, you all should be getting some sleep. I should be getting some sleep as well. Um, I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. Thank you so much, as always. Um, I may be back tomorrow to do a Red Krampus unboxing. And if I do, I will probably give a little bit more heads up. So as I said, if you've hit that notification button, you will get a reminder. Um, to be honest, if not Krampus, it'll be something else, because I still haven't opened my half giant. I still haven't opened a couple of my deluxe Legion builders, and I've got a whole box of stuff coming from E-Collectibles tomorrow. As I said, some I know of, some I don't. So I got some new Marvel Legends stuff coming. That Red Krampus should be in there. Whatever. Super 7 Ultimates TMNT Michelangelo. So maybe that. I don't know. It'd probably be Red Krampus tomorrow. But anyway, I could drag this on forever, but I won't, because I'm nearly at an hour and thought I would do about half an hour. So thank you for joining me. I will talk to you again all very soon. Have a great night. Bye bye.